Alright, so basically what I want to do right now is create a wall for in my game. I'm going to scale this up and make it 500. But I'm just going to rotate it so it's standing up. I want to put the anchor in the corner here. So hold D and V, snap it to there, and then I'm going to put it to my origin. So now we have that origin. And now I just want to get rid of those subdivisions, because we don't need that many. Okay, good. So I'm going to modify, freeze, edit to the double type, history, file, send to Mudbox, send as new scene. So now we've got our texture here, and I've got two files that I want to work with here. So, or rather one file. Downloads. I got these off of opengameart.com or .org, I mean. Right. So I just want to put this up on here, and I think I want to sculpt the detail in. So I'm just going to go ahead and subdivide this a bunch of times. Let's do 10, so it's 1,000,000. I'm going to repeat. Let's just do a test run and see what this looks like here. Not bad. I'm going to undo that. Add a scope layer. I'm going to turn the strength up just a little bit. Let's do there. It's not bad. I just want to get that bump in there, you know. I'm going to paint that in. Alright. So now I want to go to Paint Tools, Projection. Click. I'm going to do a diffuse. I'm going to do 1024. I'm going to hold B and just move my mouse to make it bigger. And we're just going to paint this guy in. Okay. So now I've got this diffuse here. And I want to import a layer. I'm going to use the bump. And I'm going to call it bump. Alright, so now we have a pretty cool texture going on. And if I select my stencil again, another thing you can also do is use tiles. So it creates kind of a tiled map for you. Well, that doesn't look too bad. So I want to duplicate my diffuse. I want to send it over to specular. So we get a nice stone specularity going here. So now let's export these. Stone D. I want it as a targa. Save. I'm going to do the same thing for these ones. Excuse me, just sneezed. Sorry about that. Export selected. This is going to be my displacement. And now what I want to do is extract, new operation, normal map. I want to do it based off subdivision. 1024 is fine. And I want to save it as a targa. It's going to be stone underscore at underscore at, and then extract. So now, if I go down to the lowest subdivision level, it looks like we have all that detail in the wall, but it's just, this is one polygon. There's no vertices information here. Let's go to Maya, new material, blend. I'm going to select the blend here, and I'm going to go, I'll call it stone matte. And let's add in our textures here. So color, go to file, click the folder, and then I want to open up wall stone. Let's turn on texture so we can see it. Okay, bump mapping. I know it says bump mapping here, but it won't be the actual bump map. It'll just be a normal map. So now we have that bumpy detail to it. Then we'll go to specular, file, folder, specular. So now we get like a shine from the stones, but that's about it. So now let's export this. Alright, let's bring it into Unreal. And on my other screen right now, I'm just going to where I have that displacement texture so I can bring that in. Alright, so let's go to Assets, Castle, and I'm going to delete that. I don't want those. And I'm going to import our wall. So stone mesh. Auto generate collision is good. About this guy in here. Perfect. So I'm just going to save all. And then open up our material here. So now, what you can see here is our stone material. But I also want to bring in our displacement and set that up. So I'm going to drag that in. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I want to drag it into your content browser. And then from there, drag it into here. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to multiply this by a constant. And this will be our distance. We want another multiplier with our vertex normals, our world space. And in there, and then in there. And now we want to set up our material for displacement. So I'll click here, and then scroll down till we get to tessellation. Let's try simple tessellation first. So we're going to plug that into world displacement. And we also want our tessellation multiplier. I'm going to make this guy 10. And then our multiplier, let's just multiply by 2. So now we have our stones bumping out of the texture. And if we increase this, it'll bump them out even more. Alright, cool. Save. Now, I want to grab our stone mesh here. And I'm going to unlight this. Put to 90. Let's do lit, but I want to grab a light source here. No, you know what? Let's drop skylight in real quick. No, apparently not. There. No worries. Okay. So now we have our stone wall. And I just want to run a quick test here. I'll place these in the world here. This guy isn't necessary. So now I just want to kind of stack them. Alright. Let's find that light source. And play. We can't really see him, so let's grab these guys and bring them forward. Unlock. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so now I want to go into here and I want to create a new material. Light flicker. Open him up and we want time and then a sign. Don't need that. Click here and we want to material domain light function. I'm going to plug that sign into there. And let's change the period. Okay. So let's go to blueprints. We're going to make a new actor. Call it actor torch. Clearly can't spell. Torch. And for now, I'm just going to set it up there. Let's do 2 point lights. This guy is going to have our light flicker on it. This guy is not, but his color is going to be orange. And this guy is going to be orange, but not as bright. So I want to make this half brightness. Let's go ahead and add this in. I'm going to unparent those from him. Okay, so now let's go to lit. We're gonna put these guys in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and play. See, there's this little seam right there I gotta fix. Him. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Of course, I'm gonna need to change that to an actual torch model, have a particle effect in there, all that good stuff. But it's not too bad. And then, and of course, fix those seams up. And I want these to be different. Let's see. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what this looks like. Why not? I already have the material made. Might as well, right? Yeah, it doesn't look very good. I think I might go back and do a higher resolution texture. But, oh, another thing you can do, which is pretty cool, is instead of using nulls, and instead of modeling something out, let's say we wanted, go to unlit just so we can see what's going on here. So let's say we wanted to make our own platform, right? So I'm going to make this guy thinner, but wider. A little bit longer. Okay. So now if we go to content, hold shift and hit B on this, drag our material on it. What's going on? Well, hold shift to hit B. I do alignment, planner, excuse me. And then we create a static mesh out of it. I think it's because of the displacement that it's not showing up. So let's try it and see. There. So now because we did planner, we get this. Granted, it's not ideal and it's not beautiful, but it does look a little bit better than these being all blocky and stuff like they are. You know, if you wanted to, of course, you know, obviously you don't have to do it that way, but it's an option. And while we're at it, one more thing. Let's see. Let's see what it would look like with this as the material. It's probably going to be giant, stretched out, more than likely. But let's see what's the scale. Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Yeah, yeah, just what I thought. Of course, you could do instances too, which is kind of neat. So, if we wanted to fix that, we can do a texture coordinate. Or no, I lied. Oh yeah, huh. I was right, sorry. Texture coordinate with a multiply. Put that to the UVs of each one so they all match up. And then you can make this a constant. Whoa, no, set it to 1 by default. Put that in. And then convert to parameter. Tile. We'll convert this to a parameter. Distance. And the multiplier can stay the same. So now we can create instances of this, and each one's going to be different. So if I right click, create material instance, and then I apply this one to the ground here, so it's an instance. So if I open this up, we have access to that tiling. So if I change that to 10, we have 10 now. Okay. Only downside is it's not really a dynamic material instance, so we can't change it on each element. So if we wanted to, we could just create another instance. And go ahead and select. It's the worst time to save Unreal. And we want to plug that in. Now we can open this guy up. 5. And tone down the distance too. So it's not as popped out. Oh, weird. Ha! My bad. I still select anyways. Okay, so as you adjust those, you know, you can adjust them individually. And as you can see, it looks a lot better. I'm gonna go back through and fix up the stuff though. So I was thinking about doing a melee mode and a magic mode. So melee would be red, magic would be blue. and it'll kind of cycle between the two. So your core attack would be whatever is equipped. But when you cycle to blue, you can do magic, which would be like levitation. I was also thinking about doing like a draw object kind of thing, which I thought would be kind of neat, but we'll see. Alright, that's it. Thanks, guys.